So I noticed that there has been some kind of commotion on the internet based on the topic feminism, and what people are doing on different opinion from different people. And there has been some back and forth on the internet space about that topic. And even though I didn't dive in so well to understand what the disparity is all about, but I have two things that I want to say based on the one I've seen, the one I've listened to. And first and foremost, what I want to talk about is to tell women to stop being a follow feminist. If you know you're a feminist, you want to fight for the right of women, you believe that women deserve more in today's society and in the future, don't be a follow feminist, okay? Don't be someone that don't treat it like, okay, I'm in a classroom. For some of you, that when people draw videos, you are there in the comment section, you'll be like, okay, I'm sat, I'm jotting down, yeah, present, It's a joke, yeah, I know, but some people actually take it like that. What they do is they go every time on the internet and they take in information, they take in these things, and they treat it like, okay, I'm in the classroom and my lecturer has given me this thing and I have to download it, and that is all. They don't make their own researches. They don't question anything that is being said. Their own is, okay, I love this person so much. Oh, she speaks so well, because women love women that speak so well. She speaks so well. Oh, she must be very intelligent. Oh, she's higher than me. And because of that, you sit down, you download this information, you don't question it. You just accept everything. Listen, it's good for you to listen to people, but you must have your own. You must treat yourself like a human being. And every human being on this world is supposed to have their own thoughts. So when you hear an information, you're supposed to go back home and do your research. Ask yourself, who do I want to be? What kind of feminist do I want to be? You yourself should go and educate yourself. For some of you, the heaven and earth education you have, all the education you get in your life is on TikTok. That's where it ends. That one you hear on TikTok is the one you're going to work with. It's the one you're going to do everything you want to do with. What happens to you going home and doing some research? What happens to you hearing what people are saying online, and then going home to go and get your own? Like, you sit down, you dissect everything, you listen to people, and then you now decide on what you have. What have you, what was your conclusion you've drawn from this thing, from all these things you've been seeing online? And most times people do this thing because they just hear someone say something that sounds good to their ear. They'll be like, they're so happy. Wow, where have you been since? I'm so happy I found you. Because that thing the person is saying is making you happy. The person is saying things that maybe support you. The person is saying things that supports you and your ideologies. So the minute this person now says something that goes against what you believe, you get angry. You get angry because you do not believe that this person can say something that does not make you happy. And this is because you don't have a mind of your own. Because if you had a mind of your own, you know that you can follow somebody, love somebody, but you still have to understand and know that this person must not say everything. It's not everything this person says that is correct. Right? The reason why you listen to people is for you to hear their own perspective. It doesn't mean that their perspective becomes your own perspective automatically. No, that's not what it means. So women, don't be a follow feminist. You said how you stand, know what you stand for. So that tomorrow you're not going to put your blame on somebody else. Because there are some human beings that you go online, they'll be saying, you just follow someone that's saying, don't do this for this one. Just any example, don't cook for your husband or something like that. And then you'll be like, yes, you're correct. Okay? You're not going to do your research and know what works for you, what you want for yourself. You will just adopt this person has said to you. You start practicing it. In like 2 years' time, if something now goes wrong in your relationship, you now come back and say, it is this person that made me lose my relationship, because she advised me not to be cooking, and because I stopped cooking, my relationship has gone bad. That is how to know women who don't have thinking faculty, don't have anything upstairs. They are follow feminists. You just sit down with pen and paper, be writing, they'll be downloading it. And they come out and say, today, when you go home today, slap your husband. The person go home, they'll go and make trouble with their husband. They'll come back tomorrow for the next class. They don't have brain, because it's so difficult to teach this kind of women, because tomorrow they will still come back and say you're the reason why their marriage or anything did not work. So it is a danger for both the teacher and the teachee, because the teacher is just saying based on her own perspective, and she's not telling you those things for you to go and start practicing it. She's just trying to open your eyes to some certain things, and it is you who will decide what you want to do with that information. It is you who will go back and do your own research and know what you want to do in life, so that tomorrow you not come and blame your problem to another person. The second thing I want to talk about is about what Obidi said. All of us know Obidi. I love her so much. In fact, I love her so much. That's it. I don't know. No matter what I even hear about her, I still love her because I like the way she speaks. I like the way she's so free, the way she expresses herself. She's very relatable and all that. But I have one thing. So, I was talking about what Obidi said. Obidi came out to say that it is men who is going to give us how did she put it? It is men who is going to help us get what we are fighting for as feminists, And I know she's, educated and that's her line of study, and I understand, but I still have my own little thing that I want to say about that, even though I'm not in that field. I'm not studying gender and everything that surrounds it. But what I have to say is that the fight that we are fighting as feminists, it is we who is going to get whatever thing we want. Yes, there are a lot of men who support and who have supported us, but it doesn't now mean that we're going to give them the whole credit of what we are achieving. I'm going to use Nigeria as an example. Nigeria is a very corrupt country, and the citizens are crying all over the country. But we have seen countries that were in similar situation, and when they all decided, when they came together as a people to say enough is enough, it was enough. Like, they had to take the country back by themselves. They didn't wait for leaders who are going to support them to now give them the power, because most times, and even forever, the corrupt ones are always bigger than the ones who are supporting. So that dream might never come to pass. If you're just waiting for, okay, let us wait for the day we are going to convince most of the men for them to understand and then start supporting us, that day will never come. That is just one thing I already know in my head. That day will never come. So we have to start acknowledging that there are men who support us and who will support us, and still try our best to convince other men to support us. But we also have to have it at the back of our head that they're not the ones that are going to give us what we're fighting for. The work, we're already doing the work, and the work we're doing is creating awareness. The awareness we're creating is doing something. It is causing change, and that is why we're seeing a lot of change. So these changes that we are seeing is not because of the men, it's because women are doing the work, and we are seeing the benefits. Let's not go and give the whole accolades to these men that are going to give us what we want to know. I don't agree to that. I don't agree, but I stand to be corrected anyways. I stand to be corrected. I want to learn.